As men, we got to get to a point where when we see other people live in a certain way that we want to live, or at a certain point in their life that we want to get to, maybe they're making 50, maybe they're making 100 a year, maybe they're making 200 or more, maybe they're making 1 million or more. We got to get to a point where we humble ourselves and talk to them and ask them, what do they do? We need to ask them how they got to the point that they got to. You can never be too afraid to open your mouth and ask. We got to get to a point where we step it up a notch and stop trying to do everything on our own. Because as men, we try to handle everything on our own, and it doesn't always work. It's not always effective. But if we ask other people for help, like ask them how they got to the point that they got to. If you see somebody with a nice Camaro or a Challenger, ask them how did they get their Challenger and how do they maintain it. A lot of people love to talk about themselves. If you want to scale your income to at least 50,000 if you're only making 30, or if you're only making 40, if you want to scale to 100,000 and you're only making 50, that's how I got to scale my income. That's to almost 100 a year now, is by asking questions. So when you see someone in a certain position that you want to be in, maybe they have a nice house and you're able to speak to them. Ask them what did they do to get to that point. It might be uncomfortable for you to ask them, and it might make them uncomfortable to share information with you. But that information is valuable, and if they don't charge for it, most likely they'll be willing to talk to you about it. Or if it's a lot of people around and they're listening in, maybe they don't want to talk about it. But you have to pick and choose the time to talk to these people and ask them what did they do to get to that point. That's what I did, and it worked. And when you asking them, you're having that conversation. It's not about just asking them and just having a conversation. You're looking to see where you can take some valuable information and apply yourself. And that's what I did. Is exactly what I did. You want to take the information that they give you and apply it to what you want to do, right? So you're going to apply those steps, exactly what they did, verbatim. So we have to get to a point where we're not afraid to speak up. And we want to ask other men, yo, what do you do, bro? Like, how you get this car? What do you have to do to get this car? How did you get this house? What do you have to do to get a house like this? You got it built from the ground up. What did you do to get that? How did you do it? Where do you work? And how much money do you make a year? Get to that point where you can just ask them, stick your chest out and say, hey, I'm going for the kill. Because there's a lot of information out here in this world. Just like you're probably watching this YouTube video because you're trying to learn information. I have a lot of information, and I got it from reading books and talking to other people, listening in on other people's videos on what they've done to do whatever, whether it's personal growth, financial growth, how to be a better man, whatever. And I choose right now to teach other men how to be what I want to be. So we have to get to a point where we're opening our mind. And when you open your mind, you have to be open for different journeys that you can partake in. Because everything that someone else does, like, say, for example, someone says they're a fireman, and you was like, man, like, just like last year, you was like, I'll never be a fireman. But if you keep your mind open to the possibilities that might come with that, maybe it's for you. You never know, because you might get inspired by the things that they've attained in their life, or they're taking vacations. You might get inspired by that and you say, hey, this guy is just like me and he's a fireman. Maybe it's for me. And then you begin to visualize yourself doing that thing. So we have to get to a point where we're not afraid to ask people, what do they do to get to where they're at right now? Because you're going to then take what they do and you're going to apply it to your life as soon as possible, like the next day. I'm talking about, they say they work at a certain place, you're going to go and apply there tomorrow. Maybe they can refer you in. This is exactly how it's going to happen. So you have to be able to pick, what fits you and go after it. If you talk to one person and they're not giving you the right information that you need, then you need to move to another person and see what do they do. But just don't stop, because you will hit your mark. If you're looking to make 50 to 100 a year or better, you're looking to make 1 million. What does this person do? Are they a real estate agent? Well, you need to get into being a real estate agent. How many homes do they own? How many doors do they have? Right? Figure that out and then do the math, and then now you got the blueprint, and figure out where you need to start. Where did they start? Did they start bussing tables in a restaurant? As a dishwasher? What did they do? Did they fund themselves? Did they get their credit set up? What did they do? And whatever they did, you can do the same thing that they did. And if whatever they're doing is too far for you, then find something else that you can feel is more attainable for you. But at the end of the day, you will be able to put yourself in the same predicament as that person that you think is so inspiring. But it's just going to take a little time, a little consistency, a little effort, motivation, determination. You're not always going to feel like doing what you have to do, but you just have to do it regardless if we feel like it or not. Because as men, we're here to provide, we're here to take care of our family, we're here to create a legacy. And we got to get serious, man. We got to buckle down, right? And when you go to this job, you're going to apply, and then you're going to go right up there. I tell all my boys that. You're going to apply, and you're going to go right up there. Or you can call them and ask for a hiring manager to speak with them and ask them how is it working there. And they're still hiring for this position, and you like to talk to them or meet with them in person, right? You don't want to treat it like, oh, you got all this time on your hands. No, we're getting right to it because you can help them help you. So you have to look at yourself like that. You're a business, you're a company yourself. It's a partnership. So you're going to bring yourself to the table with the assets that you have. And you're going to bring yourself to the table, and you're going to show them, hey, I'm ready to go right now. Are you guys willing to meet right now? You're going to dress something like this. You're going to have on, nice clothes, right? And you're going to be nice and fitted, going to the gym, on your purpose every single day, pumped up, ready to go. Guys, there's no excuses. There's a lot of men out here that are saying, oh, I haven't gotten a job in a whole year. Like, bro, it's been a whole year, bro. You've been applying, nobody's calling you back. What are you doing wrong? Go to one of your boys, man. Who got a job near you? Go to one of your family members. Who has a job? Man, go to the guy that you seen at the car wash, at the grocery store. He had on a nice outfit. Can you show me how to, what do you do? I haven't been getting calls back. I see you inspire me, bro. I'm just trying to figure out how can I get like you, bro. I think I have a bad resume. Can you help me with my resume? Could you take a couple seconds out of your time and look at my resume? My resume look like this. Bro, we live in a world, bro, where everything is possible. You don't have to stay closed-minded. You can do anything that you want to do. That's a part of being a man, being an alpha male. You can do anything that you want to do. If you want to stop the guy at the gas station because he has a nice car and nice clothes on, just to say, hey, bro, I'm looking to put myself in a predicament. Something like you got a nice car, you got on nice clothes. I'm trying to get like that. I just want to know what's your mindset, and possibly like, what do you do for a living, so I can see if I can put myself in the same predicament. I haven't been getting calls back, so I'm just asking people, bro. You don't got nothing to lose, bro. How can you lose? The worst thing they can say is no. That's the worst that they can do. And after that, you just move to another person. You got to take the no's as yeses and move to the next person. Hey, I am going to get it. I'm going to win. I'm not going to stop. At the end of the day, you will reach your goal. You can't care what other people think. We can't give up, man. There's too many guys out here giving up and they quitting, bro. Because they got kids, they're not trying to do what they got to do. Just because you got kids don't mean you stop your passion, bro. Your kids need you, bro. So what you got to do is stay focused, man. Open your mind up. Open up your mouth and talk. No Diddy. Open up your mouth and talk to these people, man. Ask them what do they do, right? And that's how you're going to be able to scale your income and change and transform your life, right? This year, we're not waiting until next year. We're going to change our life this year, today, right now, with these steps right here, right? So, get with me, you guys. Comment. Make sure you subscribe to this video if you're new. It's your boy Dra'SoKoo. I'll be back with another one.